I'm interrupting the opener to tell Elizabeth Wu, 23, that begging for follows on Twitter after following me is a form of advertisement and is getting a ban. Catch a perma? Good afternoon, Eva. Let me just finish banning this fool. Remember that if you ever feel that your ban is unjustified, you can request a ban appeal. And if your reasoning is good enough, I might allow you back in. Get the fuck out of here. Here we go. Yes, yes. So before we start, I would like to take a quick moment to talk about Team Fortress 2. So holy shit, you actually hit 50% up. As some of you may know, Team Fortress 2 is currently having a revival of the Save TF2 movement called Fix TF2. And I'd like to take a little moment to talk about it and talk about why I feel that it matters that we get the bots out of there. I have been playing Team Fortress 2 on and off just about my entire life. And I watched in real time as bots slowly started to become more common in public lobbies, and how it basically made casual completely unplayable. And seeing that happen to one of my lifetime favorite games over the course of multiple years, it was sickening. And the good people who organized the current round of Save TF2, Fix TF2 have made a nice little petition that it would mean the world to me if even just one or two of you would go sign it, if you haven't already. I know I have a couple TF2 players in my community. I know this. Yeah, I'm just about to link it. I know this is a bit. Asking anyone to sign anything is a big ask. I understand that. But this is a game that means a lot to me. I'm willing to bet it means a lot to a couple of you. It's just this whole big thing. Whole big thing. Well, now that silly nonsense is out of the way, I realize I don't have Melon DS installed. Where did it go? I swear to God, I had it downloaded and now it's gone. Did Nintendo infiltrate? Punished with ad jail. Awful. Terrible. I'm pointing at you and I'm laughing and I'm laughing and I'm pointing at you. Evil and fucked up and crazy. Fuck the military. Fuck Marvel. I'm gonna kill him. Disclaimer, I'm not actually gonna kill him. New folder. Welcome back. Welcome back. Ooh. But yeah, when I saw a video from one of the organizers a few days back about how the fact that we gave up basically immediately after the first round of after the first round of Save TF2 failed, it convinced me to get back in the saddle. It convinced me to like care about this again. I don't want to be stuck just playing MVM forever. You know? Like, as frustrating as it is, I might like to play a little bit of that, two fort slime, that payload slime. And I can't do that when I log in and there's 5 fucking sniper bots. Join. I always hated that argument. Join the private server. I don't want to join a private server. Most of them have stupid fucking rule sets or only play the same map all the fucking time. Like, if I wanted to play the same map over and over again, I just play Ultra Kill trying for a fucking P rank. Downloads. Yeah. Get that new ROM smell in here. Now we're talking. Open ROM. All right. Enough nonsense, enough waiting. Let's get this game on screen. I don't. Dude, fucking. I don't want to join a fucking YouTuber's Team Fortress 2 server. Because, like, who knows how many kids that YouTuber's touching, you know? Like, you don't know. I don't know. There's no telling. All right, let's finish getting everything all set up. But like, you go on something like Uncletopia, they don't allow sprays, they don't allow custom images on signs. If they're going to allow transphobia, they should at least allow you to put racist imagery on your custom weapon like images, you know? You know? Like, that's an evil and fucked up take to put in there, but like they're already allowing one fucked up little bit. They should let you go the whole mile. All right, let's make sure that I have my stuff set up. Let me check my system. No, config. Input. Yes. Is it irresponsible of me to, imply Uncle Dane may have a children chained up in his basement? Yes. Is it funny? Also, yes. All right, here we go. I'm getting walled by the title screen puzzle. Here we go. Longtime viewers may remember that we had an absolute blast playing the first Mario and Luigi game. And I'm excited to see how good this one is. I mean, it's a sequel. How could they really improve on the first one? Like, sincerely, the only way I can play Team Fortress 2 nowadays, man versus machine boot camp. I don't even want to pay to man up. Because I know if I man up, there's going to be some mouth breather whining and complaining. Because I like to run the gas passer because it helps me deal with the medics faster. Even though that dumb sack of shit is gonna be like, oh, sniper, jump on the rock, idle on the rock, use the heat riser, even though that's literally a fucking exploit. Like, jumping on the rock in this one man versus machine map, literally an exploit because the fucking bots are not programmed to be able to track you to that rock. Because you're not supposed to fucking stand on it. Young Masters Mario and Luigi, I've anxiously awaited your arrival. Yes, indeed, the princess craves playmates. I'm afraid she's rather tantrumy. Press up on the directional pad to walk to the room where she waits. Please go to her at once. Here we go. Hell yeah. I can't believe it. She fucking killed them. I say, what's this hullabaloo? What of the princess? I see. So he started on this nonsense at a young age. Alright, I'm trying to conceptualize what kind of voice I should give, little baby boy Bowser. Let me just fucking... Do you got games on your phone? Yeah, that'll work. Hi, Punch Bowser, I'm taking Punch's Beach back with me. You two babies can swim. Absolute nonsense! I rather think that you'll do no such thing! On guard! Your turn, Super Diaper Bro. Yes, just like the first game. Young Master Mario! No, I know how to play the fucking game. I played the first game. Full disclosure, I've already beaten Bowser's Inside Story on my own free time. Do not tell me how to evade enemy attacks. I know. Listen, I'm not accusing Dane of being a rock spider. I'm just saying. That, the Uncle Dane seems to be very interested in funneling everyone of all ages into his own, server Oh. Like, I don't know. He just seems fishy to me. Remember, you can call them rock spiders because they're interested in getting up into little cracks they're not supposed to be in. That's fucking awful on my behalf. I'm fucking sorry, dude. Fucking rancid. Yeah, that is a fair point. He does mold his persona around the idea of the weird, creepy uncle, which is often associated with inappropriate conduct with younger family members. Like, I'm not saying anything. I'm not implying anything. No, I'm just stating the bare facts. Listen, I guarantee that fucking guy is nowhere near as good as Oni plays. I'm not gonna say near as good as Game Grumps because Game Grumps doesn't fucking make anything good, okay? Like, if I want a bunch of former Newgrounds guys playing games, I go to Oni Plays. Game Grumps is where I go if I want to hear Aaron, Ego Raptor. Please ignore the fact that I said the N-word a lot and never actually apologized until I got caught. Hanson talk about how he doesn't like video games while playing video games for money. You know, fucking Aaron, 40 N-words, Hanson. Where's my coffee? Here we go. Like, at least when I watch Oni Plays, I'm like, oh, they're having fun, they're enjoying the game, they clearly love what they're doing. I enjoy this, I'm having fun. But whenever I see a Game Grumps clip, it's always Ego Raptor being a whiny little piss baby because he didn't read the... yeah, whatever. He didn't read the fucking tutorial. At this point, I just assume everyone who is like famous online, especially from that era, has been friends with at least one pedophile. At least one. Everyone gets one. Everyone from like who got really famous off Newgrounds around 2008, they get one free forgiveness for being friends with a pedophile. Like, you think they were everywhere now? There were even more everywhere back then. It's sort of like how very few people actually point out the fact that Eiichiro Oda, writer of One Piece, is friends with a lot of pedophiles, not because he seeks them out, but because pedophiles keep fucking working with Weekly Shonen Jump. They always fail their way to the top because it's easy to fail your way to the top. Just get really good at something and then fuck up for the rest of your life, and people will still remember you as being good at that one thing. At least, to my knowledge, Oni himself has never fucked around with a kid. He may have He may regularly say things that he needs to... Yeah, ball peen hammers. He may regularly say things on his show that he needs to edit out. But who doesn't? Like, whenever I say the word... I always turn off my microphone so that no one can tell what I'm saying. And also so that Twitch doesn't, like, ban me. For context, it's an R word that I myself should be allowed to say just because I'm intellectually disabled. Like, it's all right for me to say because I have learning disabilities. That's the excuse I'm running with. But I don't want to get in trouble for, like, saying it, even though I realistically should be able to say it. Yeah, oops, I can't say that word on Barbie.com. I also regularly jokingly use the F slurp with my Fortnite boys because we're all kind of gay in there. No. Listen. Full context, being honest, being clear, transparent here. When I say I am exclusively using it as a friendly insult with the boys I play Fortnite with. Oh fuck, that's hilarious. That's a fucking powerful sentence. I'm like if a was a the reason that's your gender, and you know what, that's powerful. More power to you. I fully would believe you if you told me that when you kill someone you absorb their pronouns, like their coins or whatever, bringing your excess pronouns down to the gender shop so you can buy items. Like, my friends, more specifically the friends I play Fortnite with, one of them always argues that I can yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's why I do my best to make sure it doesn't, like, get caught on microphone. Like, I understand that I'm comfortable hearing it, I'm comfortable saying it, but other people may not be comfortable hearing people say it, stuff like that. So, being considerate, I always make sure that I, turn it off. Yeah. Like, I know what I'm comfortable hearing and saying, but I don't know what others are comfortable hearing or saying. So when I say something that I feel comfortable saying, but I don't know if anyone else is comfortable hearing me say it, I always make sure to turn my microphone off just for that little bit, so that they don't have to hear it. They can fill in that space with whatever they wanted me to say. I'll know what I said, they won't. That's the beauty of it. Also, like, it means people can't clip me saying, this character is a... And they won't hear it. Dude, Donkey is just a dipshit, like, all around. I fucking hate him. I fucking hate Donkey. Like, first, he doesn't even do good reviews of the games he makes videos on. Second, he started a game publishing company despite the fact that he sucks at reviewing games, and he claimed that it's because he reviews games that he knows what makes a game good. We need this guy. We need to give Donkey the most embarrassing death possible. I need him dead while he's pooping. Elvis that man. Elvis that man. You know what I would do if I had money to throw around? I'd probably, like, be able to live a bit better. Like, he gets money despite being a fucking slack-jawed Neanderthal who intentionally mischaracterizes games. Listen. For people... Listen, I'm too principled to buy a game that's being, like, published by Donkey. If Donkey is involved, I don't want a single cent of mine going to him. And that's what those publishing fees are going to. They're going to him. So, even if it's technically, like, a net positive that he's promoting these games, that he's publishing these games, I don't care, because paying for it would be a net negative because it fucking funds him. It's like how I refused to watch VShojo until Neanners left. I don't want anything to do with this fucking guy. Get him out of here. I'm gonna make the bottom screen huge because the top screen's just fucking blank. Here we go. That must be a little bit more viewable. I have no idea how I'm gonna do Bowser's Inside Story, but I'm gonna find out. Thank you for having... congratulations on the fastest hands in the West, Barley Parley. So since you managed to hit 50% of the goal, you've guaranteed that I'm going to do the chibi model at some point. You can force it to happen faster if you actually get it to the if you actually get it to the 100% mark. Ooh. Okay, so the top screen's just the top screen is just the map. Okay. This should be a comfortable viewing layout then. Yeah, let me just... This looks bad. Let me turn screen filtering off. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Yeah, that works. Oh man. That, there's finally a breeze coming in my room. There was absolutely none last night, and it's just a little wind is making me feel good. Oh. I don't know. I just feel like someone who claims to be a serious game reviewer could do a better job seriously reviewing games. Like, is it wrong of me to expect better of someone who claims to want to be a serious game publisher? Is that entitled of me? Oh, terrible, terrible nose itch. Oh yeah, apparently there's an indie game showcase thing tomorrow, so I think we might have a bonus segment on our hands. Will Toadsworth recover? Oh, the prognosis is grim. I'm afraid our dear Toadsworth has worried himself into a state of shroom shock. Without the restorative properties of a refresh room, there's naught we can do. Toadsworth! Huzzah! This is going way slower than I would like it to be. But then again, I did idle on a screen for a while because I was loudly complaining. Holy shit! Creature.
Let's go.
Oh. I hope we have some real good moments like we did during the Superstar Saga streams. Those were some pretty good ones. I'm not going to lie. Oh. When are they gonna give me my hammer? Me my hammer. I'm guessing this is gonna be like the first game where you're gonna want to build heavily into power. No, I'm not going to attempt a Toad voice. I think attempting a Toad voice would ruin my throat for months. Securing that chibi model, putting the work in, I appreciate it. It means the world to me. Hang on, I'm getting distracted. I'm seeking stimulus. Hang on. Is Brent Daniels still going? He actually is. One of my favorite YouTubers turned one of my favorite streamers, Brent Daniel, has been playing the Borderlands games, and his broadcasts regarding them have been very, very entertaining, actually. There we go. Let's get back in there. Just take her easy now. She wasn't this feller's breakfast. My DS time radar put speech somewhere in the Mushroom Kingdom of yesteryear.
Time radar! Time radar! You just made that up. Where did this monster come from then? Huh?
That I don't know. And with the time machine this dinged up, we're not going anywhere. Fuck it. Fuck it. EGAD's a southern guide. Was that? Calm down and speak slowly. A mysterious hole has appeared in the garden. Putting my penis in the mysterious hole. It's possible the return of the time machine tore holes in the time continuum. To the garden, fellers. Do you think Mario and Luigi get to say fellers as in fellers, or are they too Italian to be allowed to say that?
Oh yeah.
Instead, how about you stand guard and keep that thing from escaping and eating everyone?
No.
Oh, I see. Well, if you'd rather not, I guess I can't force you to do it or anything. Who knows what the future holds, though? Could be. You might face even worse things. Oh, hey, so tell me, are your jumps coming along well as Mario's? 'Cause he's the best.
I do not apologize for the terrible Mickey Mouse voice. If you can't handle me
At my Mickey Mouse, you don't deserve me at my...
if you can't handle me at my Mickey Mouse, you don't deserve me at my yes. My clutch of eggs, yes. I fucking love the lizard man voice. Bring me moist and viscous fluids, yes. I guarantee you, there's at least some of you who hear that voice. I guarantee there's at least one or two of you who hear me talk in the lizard voice and envision a character you can fuck. Hi, man. I fucking knew someone would start Doro Hetero posting as soon as I brought up the clutch of eggs. A while ago I told a friend I would read all of Undead Unluck, and I gotta say, even after Doro Hetero is so good, you're so right for being a fan of it. But like I told a friend I'd read all of Undead Unluck, and even after the part where Andy stops sexually harassing Fuko, I can't get into it because it's so fucking uninspired. There's nothing enjoyable or unique about Undead Unluck. I would rather... Yeah, Doro Hetero is for the bisexuals, yeah. But I'd rather read... I don't know what I'd rather read instead. Like, it's such bare minimum weekly shonen slop that I can't envision anything slightly above that quality that I would rather read instead of Undead Unluck. Like, I could pick up Jujutsu Kaisen or something. I still have to catch up on Berserk. I'm like 100 or 200 chapters behind. Still need to catch up on Sentai Daishikaku as well. Time hole. Yes, sirree. This time hole is a doorway to the past. Doorway to the past, you say? Doorway to the past, you say?
He's gonna take you back to the past.
This fucking terrible bit, awful bit. I just realized with the screens like this, you can't fucking see. My big ass hair gets in the way. I know what I gotta do. Yep, there we go. There's a lot of good stuff I have to read, and I'm often too busy to read it, and that's sad. That's tragic. I was actually supposed to get my bus pass updated today, but because of the blister on my foot, I couldn't get out of bed early enough to reasonably get there in time to still get home for work. Which, suboptimal, I think. Suboptimal. Suboptimal. God damn it, Professor Egad. Careful there, young fella. If I'm right, that time hole leads back in time. Putting my dick in the time hole. Putting my dick in the time hole. Fucking the past. Yeah! Fucking awful. Don't clip that bit. Don't clip that. Oh, you know, I might make a little guide image for people who don't know how the clipping interface works, because I do a lot of I do a lot of clipping on Twitch whenever I watch stuff, and especially when I watch. Damn, I didn't know John Terrell was getting out the pens and papers for Pride Month. But I might make a new guide image for people who don't know how the clipping interface works, because I do a lot of clipping. And I understand it can be confusing, especially if you primarily watch on mobile. Like it's just this mysterious feature that YouTube doesn't really make good use of. And it's counterintuitive to the viewing experience a lot of the time. But it's really fun to do. Yeah, happy Pride Month. Have gay sex. Happy Pride Month. Be trans. Kill people. You've heard of be gay, do crimes? Be trans, kill people. What are they gonna do? Convict you? They'll put you in the wrong fucking jail and get in trouble. On it, boss. Go forth, my ceaseless warriors. It's really fucked up how Morbius is about two disabled guys fighting because one of them doesn't like being disabled anymore. Like, when you boil it down, that's the plot. Two disabled guys fighting because one of them doesn't like being disabled anymore. They could have, if Milo had been more normal about the vampire thing, they could have lived a perfectly normal life. Like, Michael Morbius is a smart doctor if he figured out how to fucking make people into vampires. He can make fake blood that actually sustains them. Well, yeah, but that's because Daredevil is a story where the main character's disability is not something that is, like, being changed or being averted somehow. The main character's disability is an inherent part of the character's gimmick. So if Daredevil wants to do anything, it has to properly address the fact that the main character is fucking blind. Meanwhile, Morbius is just like, yeah, these two guys have blood diseases, so they injected themselves with a bat DNA to stop having the blood disease, but now they're vampires. It's like a difference between like an adult more seriously writing about disability and a 12-year-old saying, what if they were vampires? That'd be cool. And I respect both approaches immensely. It's so... They're both so fucking good. Like, while disability is somewhat central to Morbius's entire thing, it is not as central to it as Daredevil's like disability is, which means any attempts it makes at tackling disability as a theme, as a topic, will be inherently lesser compared to Daredevil. Just because Daredevil is all about a blind guy, whereas Morbius is about, like, a guy who used to not be able to walk because his blood was all fucked up, but now he's a vampire and he's cool and powerful. Okay, so basically, Michael and his friend, who he forcibly renamed to Milo, as a child, both have this fucked up immune disease that leaves them extremely weak, that makes it so they can barely walk, all this stuff. And during his adulthood, Morbius had but as an adult, Michael Morbius becomes a very talented and skilled scientist. And he goes to probably a South American country to collect bat DNA, to collect bats, and bring them home. And once he brought them home to America, he did his science bullshit to figure out how to splice people with vampire bats. And while it cured his disability, it gave him a new disability in that if he doesn't drink human blood, he goes apeshit and kills people. And then at some point, his friend, Milo, gets a hold of the treatment and injects himself. So now they're both fucked up vampire men. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the scene where they're fighting in the subway was actually pretty fucking cool. Like, I actually kind of like the Morbius film. But he spends the rest of the movie trying to stop Milo, because Milo's going fucking insane with power now that he is a vampire and can drink blood to not be disabled anymore. And he's just forced to kill his friend because his friend refuses to listen to reason, because Morbius is like, hey, you don't have to do this. There's blood banks, there's blood banks, there's all this stuff. We don't need to kill people. We just need to drink blood. We don't need to drink actual dead people. And his friend's like, no, I want to kill. Yeah, unfortunately. Like, in the comics, it's more so that in the comics, he very explicitly feels bad about having to drink blood. And he's working tirelessly on a cure. There's comics where he works with Blade, and that's fun because they're both like vampire people. there's a lot more to Morbius than just the shitty movie that was very poorly handled in terms of the writing department. Yeah, like, there's plenty of room to explore the idea of a guy who turned himself into a vampire and really fucking regrets it. And the Morbius film just doesn't really use any of that extra room that you have. Like, I think a big difference between the movie and the comics is that in the comics, usually he does it to avoid, like, blood cancer or something. Whereas it's just an unspecified blood illness in the film. I love the idea. I love stupid fucking vampire themed characters. And I think it would be really nice if they actually made proper use of Morbius instead of putting him in a film that no one wants. Like, it would be nice if they realized they had other characters other than Deadpool and the Avengers. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be great. I fucking hate Marvel. They never use any of the characters I like. The DC too. Why are they trying to force Harley Quinn to be a big thing? Everything they're doing with Harley Quinn, they've already fucking done with Lobo. People would love Lobo if they would just fucking use Lobo. You know? But no, they're trying to force the Harley Quinn thing. And in doing that, they're making people hate Harley Quinn. Which is unfortunate because that's a decent character right there before they did any of the nonsense with her. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I think I would love the X-Men. I would love the X-Men if they were allowed to actually interface with a bunch of the other different Marvel stuff. Instead of it literally just being them and then Deadpool sometimes. Sometimes they steal an X-Men character to put her in the Avengers. But other than that, it's just X-Men and Deadpool. Those are the only crossovers they're allowed to have. Don't even get me started on how the movies assume you don't. The X-Men. I too am an X-Man. That's going on the fridge. I'm putting you on the fridge. That's going on the fridge. I'm opening up my Photoshop. That's going on the fridge. I think a problem with a lot of superhero movies, especially, is that they assume you don't know the characters. Like, every Spider-Man movie has to redo the Spider-Man origin story. And it's like, everyone knows Spider-Man, dipshit. he came free with your fucking Xbox. Like, I understand if it's like a character that hasn't been used in like decades. Yeah. But like I want them to start making like crossover films for shit that doesn't even have movies and just assuming people know who the fuck there is in there. Like, yeah, put Man Thing versus Moon Knight. Don't explain who either character is. Let them have their gimmicks. And then if people are interested, they can look it up, see that they're comic characters, look at the comics, and they're like, "Oh, I like these characters. Oh, that's fun." Like, I don't need you to explain to me who fucking Spider-Man is. Yeah, John Demon Soul versus the Toxic Avenger. Oh, you know what? I think now would be a decent time for a new Constantine movie, actually. Like springboard that off of like Doctor Strange if you need to. But I think now would be a very fun, nice time for a good little John Constantine film. Because everyone's starting to get fatigued with the boring. Yeah, John Demon Souls versus Timothy Ring, aka the Elden Ring. Now, I actually just recently started playing Cyberpunk 2077 last night, by the way. Like, I heard about that old woman sex scene with a bona fide like 70 or 80-year-old woman. I was like, yowza! I gotta get in there. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's better than I expected it to be. Like, it's no Fallout New Vegas, but that's a pretty high bar to meet. I'm not too far in, so I don't know if it gets bad later on, but during the Street Kid opening, I'm about to go on the next job with Jackie, and it's pretty decent so far. And as I get deeper into the game, it's probably gonna open up more, and it's gonna get more complex, and that's gonna be fun, I think. But for now, it's just, yeah, pretty good, not bad. All right, bring up the fridge. Where's the fridge? Very powerful right here. Now, the full disclosure, I didn't pay money for the copy I'm using because I'm broke and $80 fucking is too much for a video game. $80 fucking. I could get a phenomenal dinner for 4 for $80 fucking. I'm not paying $80 fucking for a game. You know? Oh, dude. One of these days for Sunday Slop, I just might also revisit a bunch of Flash games. It's been forever since I thought about them. All right. Why was I looking at my browser? Yeah, okay, here we go. I was just getting some nonsense on. Why are my emails opening? No, I don't want to check my emails. No. There we go. I don't care about the tutorials. I just want to play the game. I just want to play the game. Oh no, the time hole! Oh, it's closed up. Oh no. You remember those fucking grow games? Not like games where you would get nice and big around. I'm talking about the grow series of games where you would help the little guys achieve something by adding elements to their world. I used to play those all the time. I could never figure out how to beat Grow RPG. Oh, yeah. Here we go. I know the developer has some other games. Some other very good games, if I remember right. Whoop. Whoop. Oh yeah, I'm glad that they finally gave Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door a fucking proper localization now. Like finally, Paper Mario fans can play the real fucking game. Elan Acqui. Account created 1 hour ago. You have 3 messages to prove you're not some kind of fucking bot. /ban Elena Key. Advertising. I don't do follow backs on request, dipshit. Yeah, they put the transphobia back in my funny Mario game. Now we can beat turfs with hammers. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. They gotta put it back in the game so you can beat it out of her. Just one of these days, I wish people who are trying to advertise this to me would make it fucking hard for once. I'm so tired of people coming in and like, oh hey, let me advertise at you. No, why don't you suck my gunga? I think this is going to severely negatively impact the trout population. Yes, but only because I already know you're a real person. I know you, I trust you, you're a VIP for fuck's sake. Go ahead, do it. You know what? I respect the Grussel. If I finish all 5 of the games I have planned for this summer before the end of the summer, I'll do it. Okay? That's a promise. That's a promise. This means we have to have Chibi Robo finished before August. You think we can do this?
Let's go. Okie
I mean, I don't know. You of all people should know how dog shit Kingdom Hearts 1 is. No, I guarantee you, I'm going to get stuck in the Little Mermaid area, and it's going to be the fucking worst, because that game's fucking poorly built. Poorly built. And it's a miracle that the series got popular.
Wow. Luigi.
I wonder what I should have for dinner. Pasta bake. Yes, pasta bake. Yes. Hmm. I'm so hungry, I could eat an Octorok. You know it, man. Here we go.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, so apparently that Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance game is out already. I'm going to have to see about getting that down at some point so I can have it up and running for Friday. It's insane to me that they finally finished the game, and only now did they decide to put it on PC. God, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so fucking disappointed by Shin Megami Tensei 5. Like, I paid full price for that at launch. Like a dumbass. And I kind of regret it. However, I already paid for the game once, and I'm not gonna pay for it again. Dear Atlas, suck me. I'm not paying for it again. Dear Atlas, I'm not paying for the fucking game again. No, I forgot to save. Honestly, I think it's insane how Atlas just kind of gets away with releasing half a game and then charging you full price when they finally finish the game. Like, it keeps happening. They just keep getting away with it. Who keeps letting them getting away with it? How do I get up there? Yeah. Like it... At least if I'm stupid enough to, like, pay for an Atlas game the first time they release it, I can always go and pirate it when they finish it, because it's like, I already paid for my admission. What's your fucking excuse? Then again, there are some re-releases that aren't even worth looking at. Like, oh, Strange Journey, that re-release fucking sucked. Radiant Historia, that re-release fucking sucked. If you ignore the Marie stuff, Golden's pretty alright. But it's like, Atlas always adds new characters that are always worse, somehow. And then P3R is like a situation where they fucked it up by not making it different enough to feel like a new game, but also not preserving any of the original atmosphere from the first, like, Persona 3. Like, Nom's Compendium, phenomenal Persona channel, recently released their own analysis video on the... Royal is a notable outlier, because everything Persona 5 Royal added, really fucking good. Like, Persona 5 Royal is their best re-release in years. And the only problem is that we had to wait for the game to actually be finished to be good on a, like, even better on a gameplay level. Like, the first time around, nailed the gameplay. Second time around, they finally added some good story content. Some good story content. It's all concentrated in the new stuff they added, but it's still finally some good story content for fucking once. Roger time. Yeah, that's the slime we're on. I'm complaining about my goddamn Persona games while we're playing an RPG that's actually good. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if in about 2 or 3 years we see a Soul Hackers 2 Atlas re-release where all the DLC is included and all that. And then they also add a bunch of, like, very nice additional features. And then suddenly everyone loves fucking Soul Hackers 2. And then suddenly everyone's finally on the same page as me for once. Look at these little creatures. I like them.
Let's go.
Aww. Really? You're not even going to try Soul Hackers 2? Not even if you pirated? Listen to me, listen to me. Let's check how much that costs. $80. Listen to me, listen to me. Listen to me, listen to me. Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye. No video game is worth $80. None of them. None, not even if you think they're worth $80. No video game is worth $80. Now, look into my eyes. Look into my eyes and tell me when you're calibrated, okay? Sorry, I can't keep that. No video game is worth $60. I think the current going rate is never pay more than $44 for a video game, rounded for inflation. Don't you just love when the game's gimmick is having baby versions of characters? I think this is why people say you should skip Partners in Time. This scene specifically, this fucking sucks. Oh yeah, I bet things are rounded for inflation. You can just post the big and round emote. That's a follower emote. You don't need to pay me to use the big and round emote. It's free. You can use it if you want to. Hell yeah. Fucking rounded for inflation. Listen, I know what the people want. The people want to see me big. The people want to see me round. And you know what? Probably just a couple weeks, we're gonna have our good old friend Bowser's Inside Story on here. Oh, Bowser's Inside Story's on here. I'm gonna have to start up a new bit. It's gonna be the fetish counter. Because holy fucking shit, the people writing that game were horny as fuck. Like, listen. There's no non-kink explanation for why there's so fucking much feeding Bowser in that game. There's no reason. There's no reason to have him big and round so often. Why are they making him big and fat and round? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, wait. Double checking the release dates? Above my pay grade, yeah. Checking the release dates on the 13th of June. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance releases, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit to get into that slime. What does the Digital Deluxe Edition come with? Oh, well, the DLC, Splendid. But like, I don't want to like have violence with the developers. I just want to like talk. I want to ask them why. I want them to tell me why. I want to know whose idea feeding Bowser repeatedly was. Like, force feeding Bowser, especially in the Bowser's Castle part. I want to know why. I want to know who did that. I want to know why. I want to pick their brain. Because there's no good reason to include that. Other than, I think Fat Bowser would be hot as fuck and I'm jorking my peanuts. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. I can already feel it in my bones. Someone has clipped that, and they're probably going to be spreading it around to their friends. You evil fucking baby. Evil fucking baby. Is there an option to disable the babies? No. No, this is the game. This is the gimmick. Babies. This is the gimmick for the game. Babies. There's no escape. Babies. Also, like, this is a DS game. You think they had options? This one was made for the Shrek 3 fans? Oh, you know it. Most DS games don't even have options. You think they have the option to disable the babies? They probably don't even have volume adjustment options. Purple guy. Ah, I see. This is what the bros points are used for. Oh, fuck. You know, I really should sit down and watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie at some point. Oh, they made bros attacks into items. That's actually kind of gay. I don't like that. Gay, 2008 version. Honestly, Superstar Saga, not that bad. Bowser's Inside Story is where it's at. Bowser's Inside Story is the one where they finally got everything perfect. No, evil fucked up trans Bowser is not in Bowser's Inside Story, but it does have Fawful. Fawful is still there. Fawful has a much bigger role in Inside Story, arguably. Yeah, the Fawful is the little vaguely European guy that is always hanging out with Cackletta. Like, he flies around and he has a silly little cape and his teeth are big. Hang on, I've received a clip. Thank you, Barley Parley. Cackletta is too fucked up and evil for me. I'll support a woman for anything. But the evil fucked up women stealing other women's voices, that's not cool. You gotta uplift each other, man, you know? Barley Parley, I will make sure to put that clip on TikTok for you. Yeah, Ursula is also a no-go, even though she's also very deeply my type. Just taking the voice from someone else, that's something straight men do. Why are women engaging in that the behavior? You gotta stop that. I gotta say, I'm surprised how good the Mario RPGs in general are. You know? Like, even if I personally think the Thousand Year Door has stolen all of its good ideas from other better media, I can't deny the fact that its gameplay systems are raw as fuck and really very much worth experiencing. Ad starts in 2 minutes. You ever think about how weird it is that you never see Bowser's dad? I want to see Bowser's dad. I want to see Mario's dad. Give us a Mario prequel where we see everyone's dad. Well, listen, I can already conceptualize what every character's mom looks like. But I can't conceptualize what every character's dad looks like. Like, we've already seen Mario's dad. That's Jumpman from Donkey Kong. But I can't imagine what everyone else's dad looks like. No, Lou Albano was a wrestler. He wasn't having gay sex with Mario's dad. He was a wrestler. He said that if you take drugs, you go to hell before you die. You joined into something very special. Welcome to the channel, Gianfar Ace. I notice you're using the pronouns plugin. Thank you very much, actually. I don't mention this enough, but that plugin really is useful. It helps me figure out what to call people without having to ask, because that's always an awkward question for some reason. Yeah, and I also have it plugged in. I have my pronouns and such set up in there as well. It's just generally very useful. Sammy is using it. Sammy is not using it because I can't see Sammy's pronouns. That's right. The nobodies from Kingdom Hearts 2, they came in and they stole your not just the pronouns, but the word pronouns. There's just no Sammy just has no pronouns. I had no idea that. No, I had been using they. That's my bad. I'm terribly, terribly sorry about that. Yeah, yeah. The pronouns stay with you. Much like in real life, your pronouns stay with you even if you switch browsers, which is pretty useful. I think I set mine up when I was on Opera GX, and then I stopped using Opera GX because it's Chromium bloatware. Sammy is fine with people calling it as they see it. That's very considerate of you. Thank you very much, Sammy. Oh yeah. By the by, the foot blister update. It's hurting less. It's hurting less. I should be able to go and get my bus pass renewed and all that tomorrow. It's gonna be fine. Blister progress, yeah! I'm gonna have to start wearing my socks and wearing my shoes instead of going out in my flip-flops that have the fake grass on them, just to avoid getting more blisters. It's awful. It's terrible. They're forcing me to wear shoes in the summer. Ugh.
Sono lavato, l'abito.
Well, I wonder how many emote slots I have left, actually. I know there's like 1 or 2. And I have no idea what I want to put in those emote slots. Ah, yes, there's 1 more free emote slot. Yeah, there's... Hot needle. Oh no. Oh no. Evil happening in chat while I'm checking my emote slots. Let's see. So there's 3 tier 1 slots open. I have 5 open animated emote slots, and I don't know what to put in them. I don't know what to put in them that would like sell people on paying for this shit. But there is one more follower emote slot, so I might redraw one of my older emotes and oh, I could do the squirm in there, the squirming. That's very tempting. I'm also tempted to like do a shaking emote like where it's like Shrek and Shadow kissing, but it's an animated emote, so it's like jiggling around and it's funny. I could replace the jam emote with an animated variant so that tier 1 subscribers can use that. Yeah, honestly, like even if you're ignoring thank you for the follow by the way. Even if you ignore the spyware debacle, Opera GX just kind of fucking sucks. It hogs your resources and runs like shit because it's a Chromium-based web browser, which means that it's running on the same technology as Google Chrome, which means it's afraid of actually using a decent amount of RAM. Like that web browser, if you like want to use your computer for anything other than browsing the web at the same time as you have Chromium open, that's not gonna fly because that's gonna slow everything down because they're using up all your RAM. I'm at least glad that Firefox is still out here, still being better than whatever Chromium nonsense can get put out. I need someone to kill John Google. I need someone to go out into the world and kill John Google. It takes one hero, a tube sock, and a cup of flour to flog that guy to death. You can get everything you need to kill someone at the supermarket. No, not in Minecraft. The feds already know what you mean when you say in Minecraft. I mean in real fucking life. In real life. Not in Minecraft, not in Terraria, not in Roblox, not even in GTA San Andreas. In real fucking life. Not even in Starbound. In real life. Real life. I need someone to actually kill John Google with a tube sock full of flour that they've been spinning around above their head. Yes. Because if you spin the flour around, it gets compacted. And compacted flour can be as hard as stone. And all you need to kill someone is a rock. Flour can sift through fabric, but oftentimes tube socks are made of a fabric too thick for flour to sift through. A flour rock. Yeah, you know, if you fill a tube sock with about a cup, maybe 2 cups of flour, and then you spin that around above your head, the centrifugal force will compact it to about the hardness of stone. Maybe the hardness of steel if you spin it around fast enough. And then you hit someone with that, it's like getting hit with a fucking medieval flail. You can give someone a concussion like that. You keep doing it, they'll just fucking die. Now if you want the job done faster, you didn't hear this from me. You're gonna want to fill that fucker up with quarters and nickels and dimes and such. Yeah, the sock flail. Yeah, pennies. If you fill the sock with pennies and such, because no one's gonna take your pennies back unless it's like the bank and you're trading them in for like a full dollar. You fill that thing with pennies, you spin that around. The compacted mass of the pennies in conjunction with the velocity, definitely a lethal weapon. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about the Coinstar type thing at the Real Canadian Superstore. Every now and then I think about like sneaking in the dead of night and walking in there and hooking it up, taking all the machinery out of that Coinstar type thing. So that when people put in the pennies and coins and quarters and such, it all goes into my mouth and I can swallow them. Chuck E. Cheese tokens, that works, yeah. Right, people are still working at night. Who's this hag? Hag? Yeah, during a bank holiday or something. So sometime when there's people, no, they probably empty out the Coinstar type thing during the holidays, so people can't sneak in and eat all the coins. You know, if this was the early stages of development for this project, I would have been very upset about the Homestuck comment. I've grown, I've changed. No, it's not Homestuck related. No, Sammy, don't lie to the new person. It's not my fan troll. I don't have a fan troll. I know about Homestuck. I've recently reread all of Act 1. I need to reread all of Act 2 soon. It's not a fan troll. I just look like this. It's just an unfortunate coincidence. It's not Homestuck related. I used to get very upset about this comparison. I've grown, I've changed. I'm mature about it now. I'm reasonable. It's not a Homestuck thing. I'm aware of Homestuck. I'm a fan of Homestuck stills, kind of. It's not a Homestuck thing. Yeah, no other reason. They are worried about the coin gobbler. They know I'll fucking get them. Eating coins to supplement the iron in my diet. Ah, so you're asking for the full introduction. Okay. Let me stretch. Sip my coffee. Whoop. All right, so the short version of this for someone coming in on the actual literal last season of the written story is that my Sona, I believe you called it, is a homunculus based on the DNA of an allegedly immortal man who owns the biggest biotech company in the Greater Canadian Dimensional Interstice known as Dark Canada. So the model itself is named Roger D. Cheeto Jr., as he is technically the son of Roger D. Cheeto, owner of Cheeto and Associates Biotech Solutions. That's where the shadow cabinet comes from. Yeah, you get it. Through shenanigans that happened in earlier seasons, I ended up becoming the first man-made saint, the Saint of Filth. As such, I derive holy power from things such as cigarette butts. Yeah, things such as cigarette butts, nuclear waste, smog, and of course, fossil fuels of all types. Yum, I'm so full of cigarette butts. According to the numbers from the company, there are about 4 miracles left before the prophecy is complete and something big happens. Some viewers who've shown up during off seasons know what the big thing is happening. Yeah, I'm like a tree, but better. During an event that the company will only allow me to refer to as the 28 days at sea, I ended up absorbing a new form of filth dredged up from beneath the ocean into my body, which only exacerbated things. Like, the power scaling is completely fucked up. At this point, let me double check. I have a list of the 10 miracles that have been committed thus far. For context, a lot of this information is also hosted on the About page through the Tumblr blog. There I have very openly stated, yeah, the best experience for this is on the, could I beat Goku? I'd fucking eat Goku. I'd eat him. I'd absorb him. I'd suck him in. So that's, yeah. So, the 10 miracles are: the first miracle, the divine body augmentation, in which my originally primarily synthetic body was shed like a snake's skin. I shed my first body, and in its place grew a new one. The second miracle was the ability to create life from my flesh, Unfortunately, the first time I did this, it was extremely sensitive to life. It was extremely sensitive to light, which means it died off because the company fucking flooded the cave I was storing it in with light. A piece of shit. The third miracle is the ability to have total control over the form and function of my flesh. Meaning, I can effectively shapeshift. I choose not to for most purposes. The fourth miracle was an instance where a tumor I had excised to study had autonomously leapt back into my chest after I had been shot through the heart with a very large bullet. The entire thing was gone. So that brought me back to life, simultaneously enacting the third miracle. These two, the third and fourth, happened at the same time. Can I do a backflip? No, my balance is not that good. The fifth miracle was during the All Sundays event, in which I had, through sheer force of will, forced the time bubble to pop. Meaning I had escaped the time loop and was able to actually recover from the All Sundays event, fucking me up hard. Sometime later, after I had, after some nonsense, I had ended up in a situation where the manager, the man who created me, ended up stabbing me with a devilish artifact called an unholy relic. An unholy order, I believe, is the proper term. At which point my body sucked it in. And it just chilled there for a while. As the sixth miracle, Devil Absorb, went into effect. No, trust me, you don't want to be in a time loop. The time loop was actively destroying my body. Specifically, the time loop was created by an anomalous artifact known as... I believe I don't remember the exact... I'll have to check the reports at some point, but it was not good. I was actively falling apart. The sixth miracle, was just an instance where I had sucked an unholy relic into my body. At which point, over the course of a few months, the power was drained from it, turning it back into a completely normal broken sword. Good evening, Rad. I'm just explaining lore to the new viewer. Just all sorts of nonsense. I believe the eighth miracle was consuming the new filth. No, that was the ninth. Oh. I'm getting lost in my own nonsense. And then the newest one that's the most recent one that's probably more relevant is the fact that I'm able to tunnel into and travel through the platonic heaven of forms. Can you suck all the microplastics out of me? Take me to dinner first. So, for context, what the Heaven of Forms looks like is that is a massive, empty, white void. There's nothing there. It is the plane from where all concepts are derived, and these concepts inspire the physical world. Everything that exists is a pale imitation of a concept from the Heaven of Forms, and I can use my abilities to travel through these through this place and, you know, end up in other places. Recently, I've been experimenting with using my thanks to the new filth altering how many of my abilities worked. Oh yeah, the concept of micro Legos. Theoretically, I could remove microplastics from someone and use those microplastics to make things, but I don't want to. I'm too busy breaking off parts of my body so that I can mold the flesh into these cute little dolls, and I sew them into their little cloth skin, and they go and do things. I have no control over them directly. I can ask these dolls to do things. I can't directly control them. So they're just out there. And if they die, the flesh starts undergoing a process I like to call blooming, where it will spread like a fungus. No, that's just Jason from Fate Grand Order. I put a different character in the jar every single month. Like the clay soldiers in Minecraft. Yeah, I was just thinking about that mod the other day, actually. But I'm currently in a situation where even if I am killed, I don't actually die, because my flesh acts like a fungus, basically. Unless it is specially treated. Unless my flesh is specially treated, it will spread like a fungus and infest the land, and I will be unable to die because I'll just sprout anew. I always come back. I'm like the purple guy. And it's just all this nonsense. And I never actually explained why I, have fucked up eyes and fucked up skin. It's because a common symptom for homunculi who are not properly cared for is that their skin will darken to a sickly gray, or oftentimes just melt off, and then the eyes often end up discolored. It's an entire thing. Like, of course, in the first place, the creation of a homunculus is technically highly illegal, because most methods that work require you to do some grave robbing, because you gotta steal bones to make them. Something specifically about human bones or humanoid bones contains a special quality that allows for the creation of a homunculus. Can't use your own bones. You can't grow those back. I mean, you probably could, but it'd be very painful. So my original body was created using the bones, one bone from like 200 or 300 different people. The process to gather the bones took about 100 years. And I'm impressed that the manager didn't get caught and arrested, but then again, he has very close ties with the Vatican, so... what if you took out a bit of your bones like once a year? Those don't grow back if you fully remove them.
Oh no.
Unless someone was like piecemeal, fully replacing their skeleton. I don't think that's how it works. Like, if I remember right, the current mass production models that the company is making based off of me, the current mass production models are not true homunculi, because they're technically technically the mass production models are not true homunculi because they are using tissue grown from a sample of my body over a completely synthetic skeleton, meaning that these technically do not count as homunculi, but are instead flesh automatons, and thus have to comply with the 2017 Sentient Machines Act, which they do. Technically, because they don't have artificial intelligence, they're literally just homunculi using a synthetic skeleton, but based on a legal loophole, they're perfectly fine to sell. They're marketed as homunculi. Not even that. They're legally considered flesh automatons. However, since they have an actual brain with an actual soul and an actual mind and an actual all this nonsense, and it's just the skeleton that's synthetic. It's just the skeleton that's synthetic. The company can get away with openly selling these in dark Canada. Don't know about other dimensional interstices like the East European Dimensional Exclusion Zone or the Fairy Kingdom of Wales. Those are the only ones I know of. I think there's the 51st state of America, but I don't like to think about America, so I don't think about it. Welcome back from therapy. I was just going crazy on my new viewer. Hang on, actually, it's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours. It's about 6 p.m. my time. I should probably go make dinner soon. Which means, unfortunately, I'm going to have to wrap up for today. I'm glad I actually got an excuse to talk about that stuff. The normal introduction. It was nice meeting you too. The normal introduction, let me remember it real quick. All right. My name is Roger D. Cheeto Jr. I'm a Homunculus Saint Vtuber. I aim to have a Big Brother vibe. I mainly play RPG games. This summer, I'm going to be doing a marathon of a few of them. But I do this just about every day. Rating someone fun. Ooh. I should see who's live. Who's live? Who am I following? Similar or smaller size. There's no one I want to raid live right now. Okay. Let's get up the schedule. Oh. Big eventful day today. All right, here we go. So tomorrow we're doing, well, basically all the way down to Thursday, we're doing Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. And then on Friday, oh, well, it's not going to be out Friday, so I'm going to have to change the plan. I'll find something to do on Friday. On Sunday, we'll be doing our usual weekly Sunday slop. I have a feeling that on Friday I'll be able to gather some real nice slop. And of course, as per usual, on Saturday, I'll be out spending time with my family. It'll be a good old time. Let's get the outro music up. Here we go. Oh, you know, I realized Fear and Hunger Termina isn't banned on Twitch. I might see about putting that on again. Where's that damn song I keep using? just hit socials. Yeah, quick reminder, you can find VODs at usually a couple days late over on the YouTube. You can find me on Twitter. I have the exact same extension on both Tumblr and TikTok. I have some clips over on TikTok. Thank everyone for making the time to come out here. It means the world to me. Love yourselves. Love others. Tell the people you care about that you care about them. And of course, crank your hog like it owes you money. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.